Hey guys, Teal here with another Overwatch hero overview. Today I'm looking at one of our tanks in Roadhog. Now, Roadhog, not only wasn't this unappealing to the eye, Roadhog's original name was Mako Rutilage. And what happened is after the Omnic crisis, in which, the AI Omnics tried to destroy the world and kill people, Australia, with kind of a desperation to create kind of a peace with the Omnics, decided to grant them a lot of land in order to appease them. Now, the land that they granted them, of course, was the land that Mako Rutilage was a part of. And it basically just kind of, tossed out the residents of the Outback. And Mako Rutilage and the others were furious over this decision because they lost their land to a bunch of people who tried to kill them. And that was rather unfair to them, and they believed that they should be able to get it back. So Mako Rutilage started to create a kind of, it was called the Australian Liberation Front, and it was a rebellion against Australia in the fact that they are stealing their land and they wanted to get back. And they tried their best to sabotage and destroy the region. Unfortunately, they destroyed a facility that irradiated the entire region and destroyed the area. Now, with that basically turned their old home into nothing but just a complete wasteland. It was an apocalyptic wasteland. And so, as such, Mako Rutilage had to adapt to this new kind of wasteland, and so Mako Rutilage kind of died, and that is where Roadhog was born in this story. If you have not played Heroes of the Storm, you will not understand this reference. However, this guy, Roadhog, is the Stitches of Overwatch. Very much the same, and you're going to notice he's very similar. But before we get into what really makes him Stitches, I'm going to go off with his basic attack, which is his scrap gun. Now, he has two modes for this gun, left click, right click. He can either have a medium range, it's a shotgun basically. He can either have a medium range shotgun or a short range shotgun. Now, a short range shotgun is the most popular item, and it has a larger spread and will deal more damage. As he uses against this wall here, you can see it's got a pretty big radius. His other option is to use the right click, which is more of a medium range but a smaller spread. As you can see there, still does decent damage. Has smaller spread but does great damage. So you can choose based on the situation which one will be better. Whether you want to use the medium range one, or as you can see from this range, it's not going to kill him, but up in close range, it'll shred him. And it's really difficult to showcase this with the training bots because they just die in one hit anyways. But if you're dealing with a hero, this medium range one will not quite do as much damage as being pummeled up to close range with a full shotgun blast, the short range one. So you're usually going to want to use the short range one, but in case you need to, you can use the long range version of the ability. Or I shouldn't say long range, but it is a decent range, medium range for the ability. So that brings us to our first ability, which is Chain Hook. This, just like Stitches' hook in Heroes of the Storm, will grab a robot or an enemy hero and pull them to you. Let's see, I'm not going to use it on one of these because I'll most likely miss. I'm going to go ahead and use it on this training bot here. It'll chunk it out, bring him up those, and then you can blow him up with a shotgun to the face. One of the coolest abilities in game. And this happens many times. You will be pulled by Stitches, or by Roadhog, excuse me, and he will drag you across and kill you. Now, you'll notice that he doesn't really have much defense. His second ability here is his own personal heal. So as a tank, he can stay alive, but he doesn't have some of those AoE defense abilities like Reinhardt has, or just the ability to stay alive like D.Va has. Instead, he's just got a higher health pool. That's what makes him a tank. So he's got a heal and a higher health pool. Speaking of that heal, that is called Take a Breather. Very imaginative name. So I'm going to take some damage here, and then I'm going to take a drink, basically, and then I'm healed back up. It is a very strong heal, and I believe it gives you some immunity as you use it. So, very short cooldown too. I believe it's only 10 seconds, 8 seconds? 8 seconds. 8-second cooldown on that, and very useful for keeping yourself alive. And as I said, you have a larger health pool than the other heroes, so you're able to take more damage, even though you don't have shields or a robot that takes less damage for you to survive in. His final ability is the ultimate, known as Whole Hog. He basically takes his weapon, his scrap weapon here, converts it into a different type of weapon, and then just starts... It's like a chainsaw type thing that just keeps minigun, cranks out shrapnel, and destroys targets, and even knocks them back. So I'm going to go ahead and use it here. As you can see, it notches him back. I just launched him off the edge. It's a very powerful ability. It's very useful in knocking people off edges. If you are on a control point that is on the edge, you can just sit there and launch them all off the edge, and it'll be very powerful. Otherwise, that is everything in Roadhog's kit. He is, as I said, the Stitches of Overwatch. He's generally easy to use. He has more health than other tanks. But he pays for it with less support as the other tanks. You know, D.Va's got defense matrix, Reinhardt's got his shield. This guy does not have anything like that. He does, however, have peels. Heroes attacking you, you can peel them off and destroy them immediately. So that is where Roadhog will get the most use out of, is by using those peels. I personally have had a lot of fun as Roadhog. Even though he sounds like he's sick all the time, if you've been hearing his voice throughout all this, maybe that's why it looks like he's taking meds for his second ability. But otherwise, he's a lot of fun to play. I enjoy playing him. I love getting hooks on people, and the knockback on the ultimate is excellent. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys use this hero out in Overwatch. It'll be a lot of fun. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys out there. Tearless out.